Yeah, hi, it's the 14th of March 2018 around about 9:15 a.m. As usual, I start each video with a disclaimer that I'm in the camp of mgtow, who are going in our own particular direction, each individually going our own way, as opposed to the other camp that's a group of guys going in one direction. Narcs want to control you. That's all they want to do. That's paramount in their mind. That's all their aim is to control you, and they'll do it in any number of ways imaginable. And in doing so, they can be particularly deceptive, cunning, manipulative, but the aim of the game is, no matter what, they need to control you. And if they can't control you, they will destroy you, or at least attempt to destroy you. To give you an idea of how it works, I'll take my own example. Toward the end of my marriage, after 30 years of living with an narc and then having an narc daughter and having two of them on me, and very powerful ones actually, very good. They're very bright, very good, very high level narcs. Okay, they actually got me to. I was pretty wounded. I could have easily suicided, to be honest. I don't think it would have taken me much more to just swallow that box of sleeping tablets the doctor gladly gave me, my narc doctor, when I told him I had considered, when he asked me, had you ever considered harming yourself? And I said, yes. Well, as a matter of fact, I have. Oh, okay, well, here you go. And that actually happened. Yep, just imagine how you feel. Oh, so you want to kill yourself. What a good idea. Do you want another box? Yeah, that's a true story. So then one thing led to another, and of course, in the end I said, look, to my wife, I said, I'll just get the doctor to give you a few more boxes. Let's do this quickly and painlessly. And she went to mental health, and then mental health came around and gaslight bullied me. And I thought through it. I thought, oh my God, Father, this is the doctor's after sales service. Take the fucking tablets. Make sure. This big narc sitting there. Destroy him, destroy. Yeah. So I got to thinking through my crisis. I even asked. I said, "Can you just ask me if everything's okay?" And one of them actually did. I said, thanks. I thought that's roughly how it had to work, but not this shit. Yeah, I didn't say that because, anything would have gotten me arrested at that point. I probably would have been considered violent. But that's how it works. Okay, if they can't get you, if they can't control you, then they will do anything in their power to destroy you. And that's just the nature of narcissism. And that's what we're facing here on the channel, what we're facing in the world, and what have you. Yeah, so, and you'll know that if you've been infected, I hate to tell you this, but if you're telling others how to live their lives and what to do and telling them, oh, you're doing this wrong, if you find yourself trying to control others, then you've been infected. Okay, because I can feel it in the channel. There are guys that say nothing to control me. And some, admittedly, just put make advice, well accepted advice. You've used that word wrongly, and I don't think that's a good word to use in the title or something like that. Yeah, that's great. That's and I get loads of that, and even skepticism. That's not trying to control. Now, controlling is when you're trying to get a person to go in another direction. And yeah, so there's a difference there. But if you've stepped over the line and you're then you're trying to manipulate and through gaslighting and any number of techniques that narcs use, then you've been infected, and it's probably advisable. Not suggesting you have to, but it's probably advisable to get the fuck out of there because it's no good for you. It's mental illness, and it's possible. I really think the idea is to question, just ask questions. That's what narcs don't do. Okay, so if you suspect that you've been infected, just start finding out about people, asking them, and try and get an understanding of them. And yeah, that'll cure you. It doesn't take long. Or I don't imagine it would. And then start taking a genuine interest in their welfare, and that's the way to get out of it. But if you let the infection take you, look, it's like letting alcoholism take you. It's no different. Okay? And, I was explaining to somebody this morning, I said, I was faced with two choices, really, after what happened to me. My first option was just to accept the world as it is, have nothing to do with women and just hide, or go back into into society and put up with the shit. And the upshot would have been that, I just would have given me a drink. I would have drunk myself to death. 2 or 3 years, that would have been all it would have taken. Okay, just fuck this. In fact, I went into my chat room last night where I chat. I couldn't believe it. I laughed. I was there. I looked at the behaviour because I haven't been in very much lately. I've been too busy with this channel, and I found myself typing, why would anybody come here? And I was their comments and the rudeness and the way they were attacking one another. It was like Sodom and Gomorrah. I stayed for a little while, chatted to a couple of friends I had, a couple of guys that were being attacked. Like, you got no idea. We were all on cam, just laughing. They were just into crazy like you wouldn't believe. Crazy Kurt, yeah. They're just slamming him for every which way. A total narc nest now. It's just, all these little one-line, two-word, three-word comments, and all nasty. So I looked at it and I thought, oh my God, I didn't realise how bad it. I thought, has it always been this bad, or is it just that by comparing it to this channel, which is. It's really high quality, a really high calibre on this channel. The comments are very intelligent, very thoughtful. Everybody's very. I don't know how many people say, "Please don't take offence," but they'll make a comment, and it's just an altogether different experience than this other thing. Yeah, so it was funny to go in there though. I just thought, look, you couldn't help but be depressed if you lived in this environment. You'd have to get down. It's just. It's sick, and it's really mental illness. But yeah, it's like alcoholism. Yeah, if you let narcissism take you, just like if you let alcoholism take you, it'll take you. You can control it. You can just say, no, I'll stop it or cut it down, or but if you let it take you, like this is what I started this video off by saying, I could have let it take me. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know how I've done this. I mean, I was only thinking yesterday, what the fuck am I doing? I'm going on a video, world audience. I'm barely able to. I've been smacked around. I'm pretty, barely able to get by. And here I am going up here and exposing myself to the whole world. Like, come on, have another go. I just thought, you've got to be crazy. Yeah, so maybe it's me that's crazy. I don't know. But anyway, the second alternative is the one I've taken. I figured, well, fuck it. Yeah, I could go along with the other camp and have nothing to do with women or whatever. And I'm 62. Why would I? What have I got to live for? I'm living in a trailer, no money, no. My life's over. Or it could be. And it's just I could just rot, and do what my neighbours do. Get some moonshine at $20 a bottle, 1.5 litres, yummy whiskey. Woohoo! Yeah, 2 or 3 of those a week. Yeah, it won't take long to ruin the liver. Yeah, so. But I didn't go that way. I just thought, no shit. I think I won't be controlled. I refuse to be controlled. I'll be rebel all the way till the end. And so I've started setting up this friendly club or friendly society. mutual aid society, with poor women in Asia. And it's, look, I'm loving the idea of it. It's it's got all the profit built in for them. It's got the mutual benefit. There's no moral superiority. It's not a charity. I like the idea, but and I'm sure any number of people would say that. Any number of guys would say that. Give them half a chance and they'll shaft you. Yeah, of course, I know that. That's why I've designed it the way I have. I'm trying to avoid that. But yeah, any chance they can get to shaft you, they will. But I think that's male and female. I think both parties will do that if they can get away with something. If a store didn't have security and you knew you could, just steal something rather than buy it, yeah, some would still buy it, but a lot would actually steal it. It's just there. It's there for the taking. It's human nature. I don't know, but the way I look at it is if the system allows for it, or if it encourages it, it's going to be a high propensity toward people doing it. If you try and stop it and try and get people, mutually aiding one another, and try and keep within, then. That and then that's kept strong, and it's not flavoured toward men or to women. You've got both parties. Yeah, then I think it's got a chance of working. But as I said to this commenter this morning, I said, at least with option 2, I'll find out in the next 10 to 15 years, whether my idea works or not. With option 1, well, there's no risk. I'll be dead in 2 years, so it doesn't really matter, does it? So I've got 2 options. I can either live for another, 15, 20 years, or I can live for another 2 years. And look, I'm at a stage. My family don't want to know me. It's not like I have any money or anything. Option 1 could be, woohoo, let's party and just sail off into the sunset, in a drunken stupor. It could be an option. It's not altogether. It's not a give me or a no-brainer that I go for option 2. It could go either way. I've chosen option 2. Yeah, I think fuck it, I'm going to give it a go. And so far, I feel happy for doing it, because really, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, what we like doing is helping one another and being useful to one another. That's what humans like. When the chips are down and it's all gone to shit, we actually like to be there for one another and help one another, because that's what keeps us going. It's, the idea of being, Mr. Scrooge and shoving it all, keeping it all for ourselves. No, it's not. It's at the end of the day, that's not how people live. Not the vast majority of people. They'll come back into line eventually. Yeah, but that's what I see at a mutual aid society. Can't see it working in the West. At the moment. I really couldn't see how you could do it. There's just no scope for it. There's just, well, what do women? They've got the state supporting, backing them up with everything. It's so the playing field is so skewed. Yeah, there's no mutual aid there at all. There's nothing. So really, the way I saw it, the only other option was to find somebody who could use the aid, and I've found that third world women could do. I guess third world men as well. I've tried it with both men and women. I found the men were bigger scammers than the women. I'm down to one that I think I can trust. Okay, so it's not a sexist thing. And to some extent I have to control them, in a healthy way. I mean, I just can't let them, take me to the cleaners. I can't let them take other guys to the cleaners. No, we have to have a system control that keeps the playing field level. It's not happening in normal society, but in this alternative society that I'm trying to create, and it can be just 2 or more people. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 50 people. Doesn't matter. But I'm trying to keep the playing field level. Okay, so I'm trying to control that. But I'm not trying to control how people live. Only that they don't shit on one another too much. Yeah, so that's but if you find somebody is trying to control you, then they're infected. Or if you yourself are trying to control others, then know this, that you're infected. All right. So, and if somebody's trying to do it to you, well, then at least you're warned, and you can think, okay, I'm dealing with an narc here. Yeah, you can't change them. It's like an alcoholic; they have to recognise it and change themselves. Okay, so that's unfortunately the way it is. All right, but if you can if you can sense that you're particularly early stages of it, yeah, you can stop it at that point before it becomes full blown, before it becomes a real problem. But anyway, good talking to you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.